My recommendation is we take a year off because we get more points, and I think we've had pretty good luck not applying for a few years, going in and asking for the big money. I mean, we got $300 and something thousand of the $500,000 last year. I doubt we're going to get awarded the big money 2 years in a row. So, you know, skip a year, or maybe even 2 if we have to, and then go back and ask for another good chunk of change. The problem is with these water projects we're trying to do is, you know, getting $50,000-$60,000 just doesn't move us very far in one piece.
And if we wait a couple of years and get, what, a $300,000 or $400,000 grant and put towards the redoing those lines,
So the next one is going to be hard to finance, and I've been applying to every grant or loan fund I can find. The next one we really need is the water tank up above Storm Haven. And so there's plenty of things in the works, nothing concrete right now, including the tank.
so right now, we got money for a well.
We do have money for the well, and so that's,
well.
we think that'll start construction here shortly. We'll have bids
Okay.
back in 3 weeks.
And the tank is already failing, or is the size of it?
There is no, yes.
Both.
It's a buried steel tank that is failing, and it's too small, and it's in the wrong location. It doesn't have any, it's required to be pumped all the time. It doesn't have any pressure in it.
How big is this tank roughly?
The master plan calls for a 300,000 gallon tank.
How big is the existing one?
20.
20,000?
Which takes us to our next item on the agenda, Daniel, municipal water. Anything for the water? Clearly, we talked about funding. Anything else?
Got all the water tests in, and so far all the results I've got back have been positive, well, negative, which is a good
Negative is
thing.
good.
But below the required, you know, that says our water is safe.
Okay,
So, and for a hookup, and that's a 3/4 inch line for a house, how much is that?
The impact fee is 10,767.
10,700?
767.
Okay. A little under 11,000. Okay.
I did receive a call in Storm Haven, somebody's requesting services up there, looking into water, so I sent them your direction.
Yeah, I think they submitted a set of plans that we're starting to, we're trying to get complete, and then we'll get out to review. It's the lot down by the box culvert we put in.
Oh, this is a different one.
Okay.
So, is that something they can hook up to the water, or?
There's a hookup there.
Oh, there is a hookup
Yeah,
there.
that's a little different. That was
Existing.
and it was there. They're
Okay.
just reconnecting a new structure.
Okay. And they're also onto the community septic system.
Right.
Okay.
They have a couple items they're gonna have to get through, floodplain, a couple of things like that, but. Storm Haven water? Same? That's what we was talking about.
I think you just got the Storm Haven update. So the well was going out to bid here shortly. State engineer, I think hopefully some of us saw that public notice. They advertised the water right. I'm not aware of any protests. That period's ended, so hopefully we're moving forward with the change application.
Okay,
And so the change application is for a new point of diversion, the new well, so that our existing water rights will work on all the sources we have, including the new source.
And also seen, what was the ad that come out, the attorneys that the state is possibly readjudicating the irrigation shares.
yes, that process has started in the Lower Valley already.
So there's-
Down in Provo and Utah.
And they'll be headed this way.
Okay. You'll let us know what we need to be aware of, or?
As I hear more, I'll let you know.
Okay. Okay.
All right, item number 11, we need to approve the minutes of December 3rd. Everybody have a chance to review those? Any corrections or additions? If not, I'll entertain a motion. Well, that would have been our work meeting, no. That one was not our work meeting, was it?
Regular council.
Regular council.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes of the Daniel Towncouncil meeting of December 3rd,
Okay, I have a motion, is there a second?
2018.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second, discussion? Seeing none, call for the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion for the minutes of December 19th.
I'll make a motion, we accept the December 19th, 2018 Daniel Town Council meeting minutes.
Okay, motion by John, is there a second?
Second.
Stephanie does a light second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Minutes are approved. Okay, Mary, we're to the recorder's office. Warrant approval, quarterly budget. I didn't get your request, Lynn, in time to get Mary to get us some copies. So I didn't read my email this morning. I just got up and went to work. It was snow. It didn't stop either.
Okay, Comcast for the office phone, $99.71, office rent, $200, Smith and Harbison, $1,075, Wasatch County. So on the PTIF, there was a liquor disbursement that was issued to us. It was actually issued in error. It was supposed to have been issued to Wasatch County, so that's $499.50. Post office for stamps, $100, Mountain Land, general assessment fee, $848, Wasatch Wave. There's the notice for the town meeting schedule, 8324, and plating meeting change 1618. Utah Division of Finance for the Series 11 bond, $6,700. Utah Department of Commerce, the quarterly, $261.38. And then Counterpoint Construction was a hydrant repair PRV for $5,761. That was the one for the intersection of Daniels and 3000 South. Public Works, you have Eric's Blue Stake Hours, quarterly blue stakes for $79.83. Wasatch County for the sign repair, $96.40, and snow removal for $3,534.25. Council payroll, commission payroll, total is $26,757.79. Daniel Municipal Water, CenturyLink data charge, $47.75. Heber Light and Power, $280.80. Chemtech Ford, this is just the monthly testing was $20, and then the VOC was $211. Post office for $200 for stamps. And then Staples for binders and envelope seal envelopes, $41.57. And then payroll, Storm Haven, Dominion Energy for the monthly charge, $907. Heber Power, $211.55. Chemtech Ford for monthly testing was $40. VOC was $190. Post office for stamps, 100. Latimer's was for a utility heater for the pump house, $17.99 for a total of $568.61, and then payroll hours.
So is this for the hydrant repair, or is this the PRV?
It was both, so that they did a little bit of work to the hydrant and got that working again, and then the vast majority of that was the PRV, the stainless steel kits we put on both the PRVs in there.
Are those broken out, Mary? You got those bills? Okay. If you'll send me a copy of those.
Motion to approve the warrants. Are you done, Mary?
Yes. Motion, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, budget. So right now, we're at 91.69% of our current property taxes. Energy, we're at 18%. Telecom, 23.78%. Building licenses, we're at 12%. Building permits, we're at 102.5%. And if you go down to expenditures, admin salary and wages, 20.98%. Admin payroll taxes, 17.56%. Employee benefit, 54.9%. Admin due and subscriptions, we're at 27.78. Commissions and fees, 65.03. Admin taxes and license, we're at 12.25%. Office supplies, we're at 2.05%. Office rental, 25%. Utilities, 26.81%. Legal, 15.79. Engineering, 15.55. And down to public works, salaries were at 15.23%. Payroll taxes, 11.65%. Employee benefit, 20.10%. Blue stakes, 15.97%. Office supplies, repairs, supplies and maintenance, 75.93%. Snow removal, 23.56%. On the next page, under the water fund, water services, we're at 25.6%. Operating expenses, salary and wages, 17%. Water taxes and benefits, 11.7%. Dues and memberships, nothing. Office supplies, 13.6%. Utilities, 25.41%. Engineering, 27.14%. Water testing, 12.37%. Sampling, 16.67%. And the last page, for Storm Haven, water services, 26.25%. Sewer services, 36%. Operating expenses, we have salary and wages at 8.52%. Benefits, 10.86%. Office supplies, 17.27%. Water utilities, 29.59%. Engineering, 22.07%. testing, 16.55%. Sampling, 16.67. Repairs and maintenance, 14.08. That's it.
So why aren't most of these around 50?
So a lot of those is because we just hit January. So all of our annual fees will be coming due, so we'll be paying a lot of this stuff in January. Because we're right now at 50%. They run on a different year than we do.
Okay, so a lot of the, what would some of those annual ones be?
Rural water,
Okay,
what other ones we got, Ryan?
Doesn't insurance come up about this time of year, which is a big one?
League of Cities and Towns,
And then, not that it's a huge one.
Government Trust,
Yeah.
that'd be another one. There's probably some that,
January, February, March, I think is mainly, right? Usually when they're, I think they all come out.
Expenses, but shouldn't revenue, water revenues be at 50%, not 25?
it probably should be, but we've had a lot down. I think there's been a lot turnaround going out. We've had a lot of repairs, Stormhaven especially. It's cost us an absorbent amount of money.
Yeah, but you have two sides, one is the revenue and one is the expenses. The revenues should be 50% of what you projected to get in, regardless of what your expenses were.
Yeah, we should be close to 50%.
I would want to check those figures again. Office rental at 25%, the year is half over, I don't see why that's not 50%.
Well, but we got a lower rate. We put in the budget for a higher office and we got a smaller one, so I thought we did.
This year's budget was $200 a month.
Was it? I thought we had it in for more.
I think so.
What is your total show for your budget?
On
Office rental?
office rental. That'd be the front, right? Office supplies.
Like 400,
400?
24,
2400.
so that'd be 200 a month. Let's do it.
Maybe we're behind on our rent.
Yeah.
Well, this is to the end of January, not to the end of, or sorry.
December, yeah.
Correct, that's second quarter,
Yeah, so 50%.
should be 50%.
Yeah, we have a few of these that are 102% on building permits.
But that's a revenue, that's, are you looking on the first page?
Yeah,
That's it coming in,
Right,
so that's okay.
right. And being up 90-something% on property taxes, revenue is good too.
Yeah, those are all good.
But your revenues on water should be close to 50%.
our wages are way down too.
I would,
We're doing good.
And that should be,
if the figures are correct.
that
Well-
should be set, right?
No,
Shouldn't we be at 50% there?
well, it depends on how many hours they spend.
Oh, on the blue stakes part.
No, even on the water salaries.
Oh,
We
those
need
are
to-
only $20 an hour type of things.
Yeah, but we're looking at 17%.
Yeah. That seems low.
There again, it depends on how much work is
Going
to
on,
take place
yeah.
for salary, because they vary from month to month.
Yeah.
And it's the same on the blue stakes too. Just depends on how many we get, what's going on in the town.
So is this just for our information? You don't need a motion or anything on this, right?
Nope, yep, we're just a 50% quarterly update. Let you know where we're at. If there's any big red flags we need to move money around, we'd have to
Do it.
hold a
Looks
public
like there's
hearing
some
and do
concerns though.
Yeah. Maybe a couple things on the low.
Yeah.
26. Yeah, and I don't think we're collecting money on those vacant lots up there now that people moved out on. That probably shows a little bit up in Storm Haven area. We have a couple that moved out.
But they still have a connection, so would we still be charging that to the current property owner?
Yep, we are, she says.
Charging whether you get it or not is another story.
Well, just because you tore the house down, the water meter's still set, there's a hydrant in the yard usually, they have the ability to take water.
Yeah, but a few of these, I mean, we just got paid from the title company. The people aren't paying. It's when they're getting sold is when we're getting our money, which is gonna show a reflection on here
Yeah.
of low. I mean, we just got a $400 check for one of them. So that's quite a kicker, $45 a piece.
Yeah.
10.
But I thought we also, like the water, that Reed from the water company had told me to make sure that, he said this coming year, after January, we're gonna be hit hard with whatchamacallits? These
Tests.
tests. Because we have massive ones this year we didn't have last year. So he said, and I thought we put that in the budget, that for that, we planned on those
I thought
higher
we- I
wage,
thought we
those
planned on
higher
that,
things
yeah.
too. And they haven't happened yet.
Right, and we're only at 16%, so we still got money to do those.
Yeah, that covers that's the expense side, but Lynn's right, I don't understand why the income isn't, I mean, I can believe it's not 50, but it needs to be close. Should be closer.
Well, I think we have those properties, like I said, that are selling, and they're not,
Maybe.
they're way in arrears, so
Yep.
nobody's doing those. Title company's coming through great, so,
I was gonna say, I think we have, what, about $9,000 out that's owing.
well, without us over budget, we only got 7,000 in there, so. So eventually, it's like a property tax, if they don't pay it, it screws up your budget, but when it comes in, screws it up then
So,
too.
those lots that are vacated and the water meters are there, but we're not getting paid monthly, are those being shut off then, and going through that procedure?
Not currently.
The water master won't shut nothing off.
Getting into a freeze situation in the middle of winter, so he's a little cautious about turning things down right now.
So they don't freeze up
Yeah.
houses and that?
Well, not the houses, we're worried about our line. If it freezes there, it moves back into our line, and we got bigger issues.
Oh, okay,
Take out the whole community, so
okay.
that's the bigger issue on these cold weathers when it gets snappy. It's just Midway and them, they don't read meters in the winter. They just run your water, they encourage it, so it doesn't freeze. They'd rather have the protection of running water than read the meters for the revenue. They just charge a flat fee through the winter. So several municipalities do that.
Okay, but then we are paid when it goes through, when somebody buys that property, it goes through a trust company.
If the title company
Or
calls
title
us, if they do their job, they've called us, and then they do that at closing, and they issue the check and send it to us.
Are those the ones we normally will send in a, what's the word for it? Something stating that what they owe us.
They usually just call because we don't know what closing company they're using.
Yeah.
The ones that are on the ball will call. The ones that don't do that search, I think you've had one of those that didn't do the search and ended up coming out of their pocket to pay
They didn't like me.
because they didn't do their job looking. So they're supposed to call and find out, and they didn't.
Okay.
So-
But they paid.
When that happens, then the title company has to pay us for us to,
Your new secretary, she got the money anyway.
all right.
But I was polite about it. I was good.
All right. As long as you got the money. Okay.
So the water I think is our biggest, it affects a lot of people, water residents, and it's a big deal. And I know we have a couple on the Daniel system right now that have leaks, some that are refusing to pay and some that they think they've been told other things, and so there's communication problems, so. We'll work through it, that's how we roll. Okay, no motion needed on that, right, Mary?
We need a motion for a closed session.
We will need a motion to go out of regular session and go into closed session, and the reason is pending lawsuits.
I make a motion to close this, the open
See
session.
you later. See you later.
Bye.
And go into closed
We
session.
go into closed session.
Okay, I have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second? You have to stay around. Colin, everybody in favor?
Aye.
Very good.